Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Built Different back with another video, and today I'm going to be at my computer and I am going to be doing this tier list for you guys. So I'm basically going to be ranking every team's starting point guard going into the 2020 to 2021 season. So without further ado, let's start it off. So I don't know why Avery Bradley is on here, but I guess I'll rate him. I'll put him at an average tier. He's a decent shooter. Nothing really about him, man. Like he'll play defense for you. That's about it. Not really much about him though. Next up is Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is a superstar. He needs to develop at least a mid-range shot. He doesn't really have a mid-range shot, but he definitely needs to develop some type of shot. That would definitely give him a big boost. Everything else he's great at. Next we have Chris Paul, superstar level. Of course he's paired up with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I think that is a great team right there. Yeah, not much else. He's just Chris Paul. He's great at everything except for he's not the greatest at defense, but he's decent at defense. And then finishing. Damian Lillard is also going to go at the superstar spot. Damian Lillard is a very great player. He's a great shooter, great ball handler. He's actually a pretty good defender. He's a good finisher. And I don't know if he should really stay with the Trailblazers. Obviously, it's like his hometown, so he probably is, but I don't think it's the best choice for him. Next, we have DAngelo Russell, who I think is an all-star. That one year in Brooklyn, where he put up, 21 and, 6, 21 points and 6 assists, something like that. I think he should have been an all-star that year. I think he fits in perfectly with the Timberwolves offense and with Timberwolves, of course with Cat and, Anthony Edwards. But yeah, I think Cat definitely needs to step up, a notch next season. And then the next player is going to be Darius Garland. And I'm going to put him at an average player because the Cleveland Cavaliers just put way too much pressure on him, putting him at starting point guard. They definitely should have put him on the bench under Colin Sexton and let Colin Sexton do his thing, see how he'd progress while Darius Garland's on the bench. But I'd just say he's an average player, guys. He's not really great. I feel like he might be a little overrated. But I don't really want to give up on him because he's on the Cavs, so he can't really do much. And then next we have De'Aaron Fox, which I'm gonna say he's on an all-star level yet. Guys, he will be at an all-star level. Why? Okay. He will be at an all-star level someday. But just right now, he's not an all-star level. He's definitely some mid-tier in the above average. But he's well above average. He has great speed. He fits in pretty well with the Kings offense. Or he fits in okay. But next we have Dejounte Murray, which I'm also going to put him into the above average spot. He isn't an all-star. He's not bad. He's definitely a great young player. The Spurs definitely need to keep progressing him for at least the next 5 years. And if nothing happens then, I guess trade him. But yeah, Dejounte Murray is definitely a good piece of that Spurs team. And Derrick Rose. Going into the 2020-2021 season, I don't think... Okay, so Derrick Rose literally said... Who's the one person that the Pistons picked up? Was it Nico? No, he's on the Warriors. They got that one... Oh yeah, Killian Hayes. Derrick Rose said he really liked Killian Hayes and he was trying to mentor him. And he was really trying to push. He wasn't trying to be better or anything. He said he was really trying to push Killian Hayes because he sees the all-star in him. But I believe him there. I don't think Derrick Rose is trying to go off. I think he is just an above-average player. And then next, we have Alfred Payne, which I'm gonna put in below average. He is definitely below average. I don't know if it's just because he's on the Kings. Wait, is he still on the Kings? I don't know if he's still on the Kings. But if he's still on the Kings, I don't know if it's just because the Kings suck at progressing their players, but he's definitely below average. Next, we have Eric Bledsoe, which I think he's an above average player. Not really all-star tier, but he'll definitely play some tough defense for who's he on now? Oh yeah, he's on the Pelicans. He'll definitely play some tough defense for them. He'll put up like 15, 4, and 5 maybe. But I think he's definitely a great piece to that team. And then next we have Ja Morant, above average. I don't think he's an all-star. I would put him an all-star, but it's just he's too young. He's way too young. Ja Morant, he needs the experience, but he definitely fits well with whatever the heck his name is, Triple J. But he's definitely in like the middle, all-star, above average. He's definitely not gonna be an all-star this year, I don't think, unless he puts up like 25, 6, and 7 or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna put him in above average. And then next we have Jamal Murray, who I think should be an all-star. If DAngelo Russell's an all-star, Jamal Murray definitely should. I know like the bubble was very different, but he did put up like what was it, like 4 50-point games. He's definitely a great player. I really want to see him play with Nikola Jokic and just get some buckets out there. Next up is John Wall, who I think is still above average, guys. I don't think he's all-star level anymore because, of course, injuries. He hasn't been on the ground, or he hasn't been in the court in like a really long time in a game. But he still has power left in him. He still has some stamina left. He has some fuel left. That's what I meant. I really think he fits in very well with the Rockets team right now. If James Harden stayed, that team would be deadly. They have Boogie. Who else do they have? They have Christian Wood at power forward. They have that Daniel House dude at small forward. Harden will be playing shooting guard, and John will be playing point guard. That is deadly. That is actually deadly. That would be a top contender, but it would have to settle on chemistry. And then next up, we have Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, I'm putting him in above average, guys. Tell him from last offseason, or not last offseason, I mean, last postseason, he played horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was the playoffs, he played horrible, but there wasn't even any fans. It was literally the bubble. It was supposed to be easier, but he played horrible. I think he's an above average player. You can argue that you can bump, like, Kemba up, or you can bump, like, John Wall, or like any really of these any of these like 3 players here. You can argue that you can bump them up, but I just think that's the right place. And then next we have Kendrick Nunn. He played great last regular season, but whenever it came to the postseason, he was literally a ghost. Like, they never played him, I feel like. I think he's an average player. He's definitely gonna get to that. He has the potential to get to that above average to all-star level, but he's just not there yet, in my opinion. He's definitely like... No, I'm going to bump some people up. I'm going to bump him. I'm going to put him here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think this is good. And then next is Kyle Lowry, which I think he's definitely all-star level. What's the budget? Okay, yeah. I think Kyle Lowry's still all-star level. He has great defense, in my opinion. He's a good shooter. He's a decent finisher. And he has a good personality. He has good chemistry with his teammates. I think he'll be doing good next season. Next we have Kyrie, who I still think is a superstar, even though he hasn't actually like really fully played in a while. I really want to see what him and KD are going to do out there, and I'm really interested in what's going to happen. And next we have Lonzo Ball. I just think he's an average player. Like, if I'm being honest, fully honest, I don't think he's, I kind of give up on him. I don't think he's getting any better, guys. But yeah, he's definitely an average player. Next, we have Luka Doncic, who is definitely a superstar player. I'm pretty sure he was recruiting Nikola Jokic, which if Nikola gets on that team, it's a battle for the championship. They're going to be deadly if that happens. But I don't think it's going to happen. And Malcolm Brogdon's next. I haven't seen Malcolm Brogdon actually play good. Like that, like great, since like the Milwaukee Bucks days. I kind of give up on this man. I've kind of given up on this man. I don't know. He's good. He's like in the middle of average and above average. And then next we have Markelle Fultz, who's average. He's definitely average. Yeah, not much to say about him. He was the #1 pick. Next we have Mike Conley, who I'm gonna be putting at average. He's not above average, guys. He's old. He doesn't have great chemistry with his teammates. I just think he's average. And then next we have Pat Bev, who is another average player. He'll play defense decently for you guys, for the Clippers. He'll shoot the ball okay, I guess. He'll drive okay. But his real X factor is just defense. He's basically cash nasty. And then next we have Ricky Rubio, who I'm gonna also put at average. He's a decent player. Nothing really about him. He got traded or something, didn't he? Oh yeah, he's on the Timberwolves now. Wait, yeah, he's on the Timberwolves. Oh yeah, I don't know why. Oh yeah, this is not that updated. But he's on the Timberwolves now. I think he'll do pretty good there. He'll be a good role player. And then next we have Russell Westbrook. I don't think he's a superstar anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how well the Wizards team is gonna fit now. I don't know how well the chemistry is gonna do. I know definitely like their talent, that would be a good fit, but I don't think their chemistry is gonna be the greatest. And then next we have Curry, who is of course still a superstar. He got beefed up this offseason. He's real or not really, but he definitely got some more strength in him, and I really want to see this next season. And next, Terry Rozier below average. He has not been good since the Celtics days. He has not been good since he played backup point guard for the Celtics. We could have gotten him back, but he just wanted way too much money. He was averaging like 14 and 5 or something like that, and he wanted like 18 mil, which we didn't give him. Which I think that's good, but I don't know. He's not good anymore, guys. And then next we have Tomas Satoransky. He's average. He's decent. Nothing really about him. Nothing crazy. And next we have Trae Young, who I think is an all-star player now. He definitely needs to get up his strength and defense. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, go ahead and click the sub and like button down below. Also, guys, my Discord link is in the description box down below, so go ahead and join that. And if you guys have any suggestions, I'll probably do a shooting guard video for this also. But if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and comment down below. And as always, peace out.